G'day guys, Jason and Kat here from Whole Life.
Hey.
Now we're actually recording this not on the Friday, so this should be your Friday video as long as we can find somewhere to upload it. Uh, but yeah, so we're currently in a amazing free camp, just in between Uluru and Kings Canyon.
We don't know where we are.
I'm not sure where we are. That's exactly right, but it's really cool. We dived over a sand dune and we've parked up under some trees and some things. It's very nice.
Good. Yeah, you can see the pictures on Instagram.
But yeah, so it's BOGO week.
It's BOGO week.
And it's been really good.
So fun.
So we have not obviously got Friday's BOGO yet. So we're recording.
So it's Thursday. We're recording this on Thursday.
Yeah. So we don't have the BOGO for that, but we're going to talk about some of the oils that we do know, which is most of them now. So well done to all of you guys who got the BOGO box.
So good.
Very exciting.
I love that doTERRA's done that for us. They've really listened to the feedback and made it really easy to make that one purchase and save on shipping and save on postage, packaging and stuff like that.
But also it just adds the excitement. I mean, you don't actually know. Every oil is going to be useful in some way, and you'll probably find a love for that oil in any way that you do. I mean, I'm not a fan of every oil, however, at the same time, I know they're useful, and so
you learn.
And that's what the community is for.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
You know, if you've got the BOGO box and you weren't sure, well done. I think the excitement is part of the surprise as well, and
it's like Christmas.
That's right. So, anyway, but also we'll get into what it is we're doing today. So we're talking about the BOGO oils.
Yeah, so a little bit different than we normally go with a Friday night class too. We're just going to dive straight in and talk about the oils, and yeah.
Yeah, but just as a preface, we're talking about doTERRA oils only. So anything we talk about is only for the use of doTERRA oils.
That's right.
And there are a whole heap of reasons why we've chosen to partner with doTERRA.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch any of the other videos, then that goes into why that is. The other point is if you are interested in getting into oils and having getting some of these products you're hearing about. Just contact us, drop us a message. Yes, we're traveling, so we may take a couple of days to get back because we are in and out of reception sometimes. But yeah, we're available to you guys so that we can help you start your journey.
Yeah.
Or if you've got questions, then just shoot us a message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Yep. If you're part of our team as well, don't forget that we do have the private members group. So you can always jump in there as well for support. And I have been doing a few videos through there during the week. I know Stacey and Tessa, who are partners with us, they've been doing some stuff in there as well. So you can find lots of goodies in there. But yeah, I mean, there's so much in there, so much going on. And there's also an ebook as well that doTERRA's put together for us with some different ways to use these oils, so make sure you definitely go and find that. But let's jump in.
Before you jump in, I just want to say we've been at Uluru and it's been amazing. We've been wanting to go there for a while. I've been wanting to go there since I was about 10, and so definitely get out there and have a look if you haven't done it before. As soon as you're allowed to travel, obviously.
Of course.
But make sure you do all the
right stuff. But
if
if you're from South Australia, you can get in.
You can, because we've done it. Yep, 4 days ago we crossed the border. So
yeah,
we're in Northern Territory.
But it did. Actually, I'm just going to go off onto a side story. I was telling Jason about how a couple of years ago, doTERRA had an achievers trip actually to Uluru, and we watched a video of it at our annual conference. And they'd put together this really nice dinner outside watching the sunset, because we did do watching the sunset.
It was stunning.
It was amazing to see the colour change. And it poured with rain when that happened, and it made me think of it because as we came into Uluru the first day and the second day, it rained.
It was raining, yeah. Logan and I ran around.
Like, what? It's like the middle of the country.
We ran around Uluru in like drizzle.
Yeah.
And it was
rained.
Yeah. Pretty amazing.
But I wanted to bring that up because we do have an incentive period at the moment where next year there will actually be a trip to Broome. And doTERRA puts this on, and it's open to anyone, and all you need to do is help people get started. So with their oils for the first time. So I wanted to share that because maybe some of you have been thinking about this with the things that are happening at the moment and the economy and BOGO, and it's all exciting, and you think, actually, you know what, this would be amazing for my family, and I think I could really have an impact on the community in this way. And so if you would like to learn more about that incentive trip or more about having an essential oils business with us, reach out to us and we can sort of take you through how we do things.
Yeah, we'd love to talk. Yeah. We always enjoy talking about people's goals.
We love that.
Yeah.
It's exciting. We get excited when we hear what other people want to do with their lives.
Yeah. So anyway, so we probably better get on the oils. Yeah, right.
Oils. All right. Well, the first one that we had on day one was actually green mandarin.
Oh, is that the one that I can't find?
It's right here.
Oh, is there?
It's got something around it.
No, it's...
Something stuck to it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I love green mandarin. It's was one that we got a little while ago. Can't remember.
You put it in your water, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourites actually in the water. It's a little bit sweeter than some of your citrus oils, other citrus oils. But green mandarin's very special because it doesn't contain the chemical property, the natural chemical in it that makes most citrus oils photosensitive. And so what that actually means is you can use green mandarin on the skin topically, in your lotions and sort of in your perfume alternatives, without being concerned about the skin sun exposure. So I really love this because it just opens up what you can do with it, and it's just a really nice, fresh, uplifting oil to use all day. Oh, love it. It's so nice to diffuse. It's very cleansing. It's very bright and cheerful. You can add it to your surface cleaners as well because it's as citrus, it's very cleaning. And you can put it in your food as a food flavoring. So there's some great recipes online, chocolate bark in your smoothies. I reckon you could put it in your hot chocolate too. I reckon it would work. He wouldn't do that. He doesn't like mandarins.
That's not true. I like mandarins that have flavour. As we've been,
that's some really good ones.
As we've been
South
traveling,
Australia has the best produce.
But as we travel and we actually pick fresh mandarins off a tree, and tasting fruit is really interesting. Like, you know, whenever you're looking at organics, like I've always been wondering if there was any value in organic food, and then we changed to having that all last year. And the fruit and vegetables actually had flavour that I didn't know. And now I'm picking it from a tree and eating it while we're on the road. And that's got a whole new level again. And so I actually do enjoy mandarins, but I don't like them from the supermarket.
They've run out of flavour.
They've run out of flavour. But this has not run out of flavour. This
so
is
good.
full of flavour, and it does. I've only known Kat to put this into her food. I didn't know that she used it for any of the other things that she just talked about.
I haven't put it in hot chocolate,
but yeah.
I was thinking you can put orange in a hot chocolate. I reckon it would work.
Fair enough.
I have put it in the chocolate bark, and my sister Julia made a really nice chocolate bark at Christmas time with this one. So if you know her personally, just send her a message and she'll give you the ingredients.
Point for point.
Yeah.
That's right.
You'll get a proper recipe, not like what I do.
All right. So
moving on.
The next one is peace.
Peace. So
do a bit of this.
There's actually 4 emotions oils that we've had this week in BOGO, and if you've been following along, you'll know that on a Tuesday morning we've just wrapped up a series on empowered emotions. So there is a ton of information about our emotions oils. So we got 4. We got peace, passion, forgive, and motivate.
Yeah, we've
don't
lost
have it there.
We've lost our motivation.
We didn't get that one out.
We've lost our motivation.
No, we haven't.
No, we haven't. Sorry.
So you can find long videos. I do talk about a lot of things in those videos, not just the oils, but you can find more information about those ones in the videos in the playlist on the brand page.
But what we're talking about right now is peace.
Peace.
So this is the
That's
reassuring blend. So yeah, so I think it's the idea of it is that it can ground, just so that you can settle everyone down.
Yeah.
We definitely can do some of that this evening in our van.
Yes.
Van house.
Yes, we should just go lather it on them.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. So It's been we've had very big 4 days in Uluru, playing around with other friends,
special.
and we've met people in the caravan park, which is abnormal because we're not normally in a caravan park.
And there's no one travelling.
And there's no one travelling.
Well, there is now.
There is now, but and so yes, we've had some very late nights with friends that we've made, and the kids have had it. They're ready for bed.
They're ready for bed. They went to bed early.
They did.
But one of the stories that I love telling about Peace is when the girls started school and preschool last year. So Ava started school and Lottie started preschool for the first time. And it was pretty
intense.
Yeah. Bit dramatic. Two girls that were dealing with separation anxiety, and that just set me over the edge as well. So I was rifling through my bag one morning and I found I had a roller of Peace oil, and I was like, oh, put some of this on. And so we all lay it up, and there were no tears that morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And so the next day I did it again and it was good, and then the next week we did it a couple of days and didn't do it a couple of days, and the days that we didn't use it, guess what happened? So Peace is now one of my absolute favorites for going into any kind of situation where there might be a little bit of anxious feelings or nervousness or worry. It's also really helpful if you're having struggle settling. So maybe you've got that kind of hamster wheel going at night time when you're going off to bed. It's a good one for just calming and settling that way as well. And Peace is really lovely because it's a very gentle oil, so it's actually safe to use for all the little members of your family as well. You can use that in the diffuser. If you've got little ones, you can put it in the diffuser and just leave the door open a little bit in their room so you've got some airflow. And of course you can make it up in a roller. Just make sure that you heavily dilute that, and if you're part of our team, contact us and we can let you know what we recommend for that. If you've got oils with somebody else helping you, contact them and they can help you. We tend to be quite conservative with what we recommend.
I find this one the least sweet of some of the emotion oils. I find the emotion oils have a quite a sweet smell, and so this one's not too sweet.
It's quite floral, that one.
Yeah.
So let's talk about passion. We'll talk about all the emotions oils while we've got them here. So passion, we just talked about. I think I talked about that last week, but this is a really inspiring kind of oil. It's very uplifting. It's got the beautiful spices. This is one of my favorites. This is probably my favorite emotions oil, actually, I'd have to say. I love to use it as a perfume.
You say favorite a lot when it comes to oils.
I know. Which one's your favorite child?
I'm not allowed
I know.
to say. Right.
It changes every day. So passion is great if you're feeling a little bit flat, a little bit bored with life. It will kind of just bring in some excitement and some inspiration.
Don't put up with boredom in your life.
No way.
Change what you're doing.
Buy a caravan.
Get an oil. Get an oil business.
So this is a great one to kind of have going, especially if you've got deadlines looming, you've got things that need to get done that you're sort of putting off. It's a great one to have in the bottom of the shower in the morning, because it just sets you into the right space of mind, doesn't it?
Yeah, I have to say, honestly, I haven't used it very much, but I do smell it on Cat often, so...
You just smell it when I diffuse it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. No, as you know, I'm the one that uses the oils the most. He uses them a lot, but we've been using... Well, we've had oils in our house for well over 3.5 years, so...
And I've been using them for about 18
half
months.
Of that. Yeah. We're learning as you go. So we've got Forgive. So Forgive is a beautiful woody blend. You'd probably like that. It's got you can smell the cedar wood in that. Forgive is a really nice blend if you're feeling quite irritable, a little bit angry or bitter, getting a little bit...
Is that look at me? Wow. That felt judgmental.
No, but maybe I'll have the roller bottle in the car.
I think that's a good idea for while we're driving. Not a bad idea.
It's quite good if you get kind of stuck in that victim state, feel a little bit like just that negative lens over your life. It's quite calming and grounding, soothing to the mind, settling for the big emotions. So
you don't
this
want to
is
put on
a
the
good
rose-coloured
one.
glasses and passion?
No, shut up.
Okay, right.
I have this one diffusing after school. I think it will really just calm down the little school people. School's back in session now, isn't it?
Next week.
Huh.
Oh, some
I think it
schools
is
are
for
back.
some people.
Yeah. Some people are back.
We don't take school holidays in the caravan. They just work all the time.
Oh, sort of.
When they have a work
When
day.
they have something to do, yeah, that's right.
So that's a little bit about forgive anyway. Don't you love the way we run our classes? So the last emotions oil that we had was Motivate. So Motivate is another uplifting and inspiring sort of oil.
Again, it's quite sweet. I find it a sweet smelling.
Yeah,
one.
it's got the tones of vanilla in it, and that's what makes it quite special. But it's quite herbaceous as well. It's got nice basil in it, and I love that because it just it's very
herbaceous.
Herbaceous.
It's quite herbaceous.
It is.
I know. It's just that's a great word.
It's a great word.
I want to use that word more often.
It's very opening to the mind. It's great, quite good for focus. It's quite good for.
I could probably use it right now.
I love our Friday nights, Thursday nights.
On Thursday nights.
Yeah.
This is us every night.
Yeah, I know. Motivate's a great one to have diffusing during the day as well, especially in the office or the home.
Yep.
We've got things going on.
I've found it quite useful to get focused for that sort of stuff. Yeah.
I did hear a tip. I remember reading this. It was probably a couple of years ago now, but somebody posted that she made the mistake of diffusing Motivate on a Sunday morning, and her kids decided that they would clean out their wardrobes, and there was like stuff everywhere. And it was because they were
motivated.
So maybe don't diffuse on a Sunday. It's a little tip for you.
No, diffuse on Sunday. Just don't diffuse Motivate on a Sunday.
Yes, that's what I meant. Don't diffuse Motivate on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is our 4 emotions oils. So let's keep going. So bergamot. Let's talk about bergamot.
Bergamot.
So we talked about green mandarin with the photosensitive. Green mandarin is not photosensitive. Bergamot is very photosensitive. So when you use bergamot, make sure that you take extra care if you're using topically, to not use it on skin that is exposed direct to UV or sunlight.
Now we actually saw bergamot in the arid, didn't we? Didn't we find bergamot?
No, we found sandalwood.
Oh, sandalwood.
Totally different.
Yep, sure is.
But we were talking about bergamot the other day.
Yeah.
It was funny because one of the kids was like, "What's this like bergamot? It's like a fake name," and I was like, "No, that's the name of a plant."
Yeah, because we found the plant of it.
Yeah, so
we saw the name of it.
It's because we were talking about BOGO. We were talking about it, and I was saying to the kids, "Oh, have you ever smelled Earl Grey tea?" And they're like, "What's that?" So that kind of just went down like a bag of rocks. But bergamot does have that beautiful aroma that you have with Earl Grey tea. So that's what the smell is. It's the bergamot peel, but it's a beautiful, calming but uplifting oil. So it's a nice one to have going. It's
not as strong as like an orange or a mandarin.
Yeah,
it's actually it's a bit.
It's much softer.
Much softer,
isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So surprisingly, although a lot of people will kind of think, "Oh, citrus, it's uplifting, I shouldn't use it at nighttime," bergamot is one that's actually quite good to use at bedtime. So it's a great one to blend with other oils like cedarwood or lavender, or even lavender piece to really help settle you for the evening. And kind of, again, we're talking about calming the mind. I just need a drink of water.
Yeah, so there's a lot of oils in here that that you will have found you may not have. I find that the BOGOs, they generally do try to put in oils that are less common within your own.
Some favourites and some that you might not have tried.
So when a lot of the time when we're talking with people who have oils, they may not have some of them. So that's why the BOGO is so good.
Yeah.
Because they do try to mix and match them so that you're getting something that you know how to use, and then something that might be a bit new. And so that's why we're doing this class tonight, so that you can have an idea before you.
I'm not done.
Sorry.
That's okay. I just don't take it away. I'm not done with it.
Don't take it. No worries.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what the beauty of the BOGO box is too, is you get that really good balance. But bergamot, a couple of other things that you can use bergamot for. So this is another great gentle oil to use with the little ones. So you can use that for soothing a bit of a sore tummy. And it's quite good if you're feeling a bit stressed or a bit low in the mood. So it's a good one to use on a regular basis. So the way that you can do that is to have that diffusing during the day. And also to use that topically. So the way that I would suggest that you use bergamot if you want to use that topically is on the soles of the feet, because mostly the soles of your feet don't see the light of day. Sometimes they do, but
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, but
Bring on the warmer weather.
It's a great way to use your oils. And I often talk about aromatically dressing and getting yourself prepped for the day. So.
For those people who don't know what that is, which I didn't until I actually watched Kat do it one time, aromatically dressing is where you put oil onto your skin, and then you put the next one on, and then you put the next one on, or you mix it all together in a pot, and then you put it onto your skin. So that's what aromatic dressing is.
Yeah.
For all of you people who are like me and had no idea.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So the way to think about it is, it's preparing yourself for the day. So. You take a shower, you put your face cream on, you put your deodorant on, you brush your teeth, you put your oils on, and it helps to prepare you for the day. You wouldn't walk out, I mean, some people do, but you try not to walk out the door without putting your deodorant on. And so it's preparing you for a day that is successful, isn't it? If you forget your deodorant, it's probably not going to be a good day.
Well, and so, I mean, and the thing is that we've found, and evidence within our own experience, is that if we create habits and we set ourselves up for success right at the beginning of the day, then the day is going to run smoother right from the start, which is why we talk about not just doing it onto our skin, but also diffusing as soon as we get up, getting those sorts of things happening, because it sets the tone for everything within your household. And the thing is, if you also have a routine, then you're not going to forget to do it. And also, and if you do, often the kids will remember, because they're really good at remembering those sorts of things. Yeah,
it becomes habitual, like brushing your teeth, doesn't it?
That's
Especially, right. I guess a little way to help you along with that is to make sure that your oils are somewhere that you will use them. So, if you want to use something like that, you can put it with the toothpaste, and then as you're brushing your teeth, you see the oil and it prompts you to use it. When we're in our typical home environment, I have oils in different places, so some in the kitchen, some in the bathroom, some in the bedroom on the dressing table and that sort of thing, so that it prompts me to use the things that I need to use at the different times of day, and so it then does become habitual.
And when they're out, you always use them. It's something that I just automatically grab for. However, if they're away in a cupboard, even though I'm a regular user of oils, I would possibly not use them anywhere near as much. So even down to the point of our lifelong vitality, if it's on the bench and I've walked into the van after doing something, I'll remember to take it. If it's away in the drawer, I often forget.
Well, it's like the cookie jar, isn't it? The jar of Smarties. If they're sitting out there on the bench, it's easy to grab a handful.
I'll go into the cupboard for those sorts of things.
But most people are less likely to do that.
Yeah, not me.
So it's about making it easy. Okay, so
put away the treats. Smart and sassy.
Smart and sassy.
Isn't that the one that
helps with the sugar?
Isn't that the one that helps you with the sugar?
It is. We haven't had that in BOGO, but maybe we'll get that tomorrow. Maybe we'll have that one. I don't know.
Anyway, yeah. Well, I mean,
that would be a surprise if we actually get one right. I haven't gotten any BOGOs right this round.
Fair enough.
Maybe one, the emotions one. Okay, Clary Sage. This is a really, really nice one. If you're a lady, it's time to listen. If you are a partner of a lady, it's time to listen.
Yep.
So Clary Sage is quite it's quite a strong aromatic floral
strong
oil.
Is definitely
it is strong.
Word.
So
it's some of those.
Yeah,
I find it.
It's a strong one. If you're going to diffuse it, I would say start with less, and usually you might like to have something else with it, because it is a very strong oil.
What would you put with it?
I would love to put wild orange with it, personally, or you could put your green mandarin and your bergamot with it. That'd be a really nice combination.
It gives it a bit more of a sweeter smell.
Yeah, because
it's quite
it's quite a low note, so it hangs around, and that makes this really good for a perfume alternative. So when you're thinking about using oils as a perfume, you want something that is, if I don't know a lot about perfumes, but one thing I do know about perfumes is they have a top note, a middle note, and a base note. So the top note is the one that you smell straight away. So if you're going to make a blend, I'm just going to grab my green mandarin, that will be a top note because it's the thing that you smell when you first put it on. It's bright, it's cheerful, and then after an hour or two, you stop smelling it. But what lingers is your base notes. So clary sage makes a really good base note as a perfume. But what we all love clary sage for really is its support for hormone balance. So healthy, happy hormones, and particularly female hormones. So basically, if I say to you, if it relates to your cycle or around the cycle, then this is probably what you need. So we're talking about moods, we're talking about roller coasters, we're talking about discomfort in the belly, stress that might come up with it, head tension. Sometimes I know that there's some women that experience head tension around the cycle, or minor nausea, even as you get older too. There's a lot of women that use this to support them with hot flushes and things like that. So what you're going to do with that is to use it topically. You can diffuse this as well for that sort of stress support and mood support, but what I would suggest to you is to actually use this every single day, massage into the abdomen at least once, maybe twice a day, and then as those symptoms come up, you're going to use that more frequently. And
is that mixed? Is that blended with
fractionated
coconut oil?
Yeah. So always when you're using your oils topically, you want to make sure that you dilute that with a carrier oil. Just means that it's better for your body, it's better for your skin, and it's actually going to make the oil work better.
It absorbs better into your skin.
Yep, and into the bloodstream, which is...
Because the oils themselves will actually evaporate a lot quicker if you don't have the carrier oil.
That's right, yeah. So the other thing that's cool about clary sage is that it's actually really good for your hair. So you can pop a bit of this in with your hair conditioner or your serum, or you can make like a bit of a spray up with that, and it's actually quite good for improving the strength of the hair. So it's just a little,
it's new for me.
Yeah, so what you can do, especially postpartum, I'll tell you what, a lot of women experience that kind of hair falls out, it's not very good. So you can make something up with a bit of little bit of conditioner, or make it up as a bit of a hair mask with clary sage and rosemary, because rosemary is really good for improving growth as well. So they make a really powerful combination for hair. So that's a little bit about that. And let me talk about blue tansy while we're talking about hair, because that is... No, I didn't get it out. It's in my bag. Oh. So the funny story about blue tansy is that I've been using it in my hair, and I got mixed up with the clothes in the basket that I use for washing and for the showers. And I went through the washing machine when we were in robe, but it did come out unscathed. But there was a bit of a smell of blue tansy on the clothes that time, which was pretty funny. But I was really thankful that it wasn't...
It didn't stain them.
Yeah, because blue tansy is actually blue.
It's very blue.
So what's really cool about the fact that it is blue is that if you're blonde and you're using those purple conditioners and stuff, what you can actually do is use blue tansy in the same way. So what you're going to do is get your shampoos and your conditioners and put some blue tansy into that, and just use it the same way that you would use the purple, and it will actually just reduce that brassy tone in the hair. So that was just mind-boggling. I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a cool tip, because I find for myself some of those products actually irritate my airways a little bit. So when I found out that I could use blue tansy in this way, I was like, oh my gosh, that's the best. So that's one thing that you can do with blue tansy. It's also great for the skin. It is blue, so use it at night time. And only use one drop, and because you will end up with blue skin. But if you use it at night, it will absorb, like it does absorb pretty quickly, but you probably don't want to do that in the morning and then head out of the house, as you'll end up looking like a Smurf.
So many things.
There have been stories about it.
Yeah.
I haven't done it myself, only at nighttime. But it has some great anti-aging properties. It's really supportive for your skin, the way that it helps skin appearance.
And I think you used it on me when we did after one of my races. Was that part of it for my for the joints? No.
No, that was probably birch.
Birch, right?
Yeah. But you can use blue tansy for muscle and joint discomfort. You're reading the notes, aren't you?
I am.
Oh, such a good boy. I don't think I use blue tansy on you. But you can use it in muscles and joints. But again, probably recommend that you do that at night time. It's a great one to support digestion as well if you've got a bit of an upset tummy, or to support clear breathing at night time as well. You can put that in the diffuser or massage onto the chest with a bit of coconut oil.
So for digestion support, is that on your skin or
the belly?
No.
Yeah. So you're going to use that onto the belly. But with so if we're talking about clear breathing as well at night time, Siberian fir is another great one to support the airways. So that is one of our other oils that we got.
I really, really like Siberian fir.
It is another one of my favourites.
Yeah, it's definitely right up there.
Yeah. Makes you feel so good. It's got the right balance of calming and happiness.
This is one that I have put into my hair a few times.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, and then but then we lost it at some point. I think it got used by someone or moved, and
we got to get another.
Yeah, so definitely enjoy this
next
one.
Bottle of that.
Yeah.
But Siberian fir is probably my number one shower oil because it just makes me feel so good. But it's got a lovely. It's funny because when I first got it, I was like, oh, it smells like it's quite sharp. But what I learned is that Siberian fir is a balsam tree. Balsam. So if you think about that, balsamic vinegar.
Right.
So it's got this sharp, almost vinegary smell. So when I got it, I was like, oh, that's really weird. But then as I kind of put all that together, I was like, oh, it makes sense. But it comes from the tree. So tree oils in themselves are quite grounding and balancing. So it's a great one to just keep your level-headed. Is probably the nicest way to describe that, I'd say. Yeah. Level-headed, great for soothing sore muscles and keeping the chest nice and clear. Again, this is a very gentle one, so I'm loving that we have a lot of gentle oils this time. So the little ones, babies, you can put it in their diffuser. You can make up a very diluted massage for their chests and their feet, especially as we come into this time of seasonal threats. It's also great for jaw and gums. So you can use this if they're a bit sore with the teeth coming in. What you're going to do is you're going to, again, dilute that very heavily and just massage that on the outside. Don't put it in their mouth, but put it on the outside along the jawline. And if you or someone in the family actually has got braces or other teeth, dental discomfort, with teeth coming in and stuff like that, this is amazing. So when I had my braces on last year and the year before, I think I took Panadol once the whole time that I had them, and the rest of the time this was enough to just take out all that discomfort. And some days it was quite uncomfortable, but Siberian fir, I can 100% vouch for it. It's amazing for that. It's very soothing. This is one that I use post-run for you.
I just like it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay.
Juniper berry.
I think that's our last one because we don't know I think we've got 3 more to go, but the last one that we know about on Thursday is juniper berry. So this is another gentle oil, another very calming oil, great for sleep. You can have that going in the diffuser. The kids really like that. I often put juniper with lavender.
Now I realise that I have smelled it before. I just didn't know it was being used.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I often use that for the girls. It's very calming for the mind as well. So I know a lot of mums in our team have got kids that struggle with, suffer from nightmares. and they have found this to be very, very calming and very helpful and soothing for them. So definitely give that a go if that's an issue that you're struggling with for yourself or someone in the family. Juniper berry is also one of the oils that we have in our Zendocrine detox blend. So it's very cleansing and supportive of the body, and just helping the body to function optimally in terms of the urinary system and the filtering system that we have in our bodies. So use that over the bladder area, over the kidneys and liver and adrenals area, to help support optimal function. And
It says it's for flavoring use.
yeah, so you can put it in your water as well. Because yeah, it's a safe one to use in your water. I don't know how often I'd use that in my food, but it is one that you can take internally.
If anyone has any suggestions on how to use juniper berry, we'd love to hear that. Put it into the comments, and
I reckon,
we'll find out.
Yeah, I reckon you just put it in a glass of water and shoot it down there.
Yeah. But who knows?
But you can get the Zendocrine soft gels from the US, which is probably my preferred method of having juniper berry. But you can get the veggie caps as well, the empty veggie caps, either from the US store or some of the health food stores carry them, and you can make your own capsules with this as well. But one other thing that juniper berry is great for is for cramping and discomfort. So whether that's in the legs, whether that's around your cycle, it's very soothing and supportive for that. So it's another good little one to have in the toolkit there.
All right.
So
we don't know what tomorrow's one is because today is Thursday.
By the time this drops, we will know what they are. Well, you will. We probably won't because we'll still be out of range.
Yeah, we'll be out of range. And think until Saturday. So we're hoping that we can find. There's apparently a Wi-Fi spot somewhere that we can jump on. We're hoping to do that. It's really interesting the way that the Outback works. There's some 3G spaces where like there's just something just plonked in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then there's other times where different places have Wi-Fi that you can hook into. So we're hoping that Kings Canyon has some Wi-Fi. So if you have seen this on Friday night, Kings Canyon did have Wi-Fi, and we were able to upload the video.
Otherwise, it'll go up on
Saturday when we go back in.
It'll be late.
Yeah. So anyway,
we were having too much fun with our friends last night.
Yeah,
we weren't organised.
No. So
anyway, I hope that has been helpful for unpacking your BOGO box, and send us a photo when you get your BOGO box or when you get your BOGO orders to the door, because we love to get excited with you. Yeah,
post them up, tag us in it, whole life, whole you, and that'd be great.
We love it. If you have any other interesting ways that you're using your oils, drop that in the comments as well, so we can all learn from you. And see you next week.
Yep. Don't forget, contact us if you need to be connected with any of us, so that we're able to help you get into your oil journey. See you then.
See you guys.